Hi everybody, Marissa here with Adobe Photoshop for Beginners lesson number 16, and today we're going to take a photograph and paint on it and change it into a painting. And it's very simple to do. It might take some time, but it's very easy to do. So let me show you how you can do it. And there are many ways. This is just one way of doing it. Okay, so the first thing I need is for us to be on the same workspace. So go to Window, Workspace, Essentials, and Reset Essentials. And then we can go and open up a file. I have put this in my drive so you can use it if you wish, and if not, take your own photograph and use it by all means. It's very simple to follow along. So I'm going to go to Open or Control O, Command O on the Mac, and just open up my still life photo. Now I'm going to just show you how I change this part into a painting. I'm not going to do the whole thing. I will maybe show you in the end if I do. Anyway, so let's just go into the mixer brush tool and start from the beginning. So I'm going to choose, let's go for a hard round, basic brush, because we can do whatever we want really with it. And I'm going to click on the size. I'll make it 30 pixels, and this I would like to take the hardness down to 60%. Although know that the more you take it down, the more blurry it's going to be. Definitely click on this icon over here with the brush and the line going through, and this is because every time you make a stroke, it cleans the brush. So this is actually what you would really want to work with. So I'm just going to click on that. Let's just take a wet heavy mix. That sounds okay. Now notice that every time I change these, everything here changes. So if I go for very wet heavy mix, it will be 100% wet. The load will be 50%, which means how much paint do I have on my brush. The mix will be 100%, and so on. And if I change, let's just say to very heavy mix, so that will be reduced. It goes from the most to less, and less. So you should really try checking out all of these different kinds. Maybe I'll start off with a wet light mix. Now sample all layers. So first of all, before we tick this off, let's just go down here, release the background and add on a new layer. So what we're actually going to be doing is sampling the colors from layer 0 to, let's just call this painting, to this layer up top here. So our paint is going to be over here, but we are going to be sampling the color from this area. Make sure that the painting is selected and not the 0. I'm just going to click on that. And if you have a pressure pen, you know, the way you have a pad and you can draw with the pen itself, it's like a mouse, use that because it's much easier when you're actually painting. So I'm going to put that on. Now, it doesn't really matter what color I have here, because what I'm actually doing is I'm using the colors from here, from this painting, from this picture, to move them around. So let's just see how this works. So I'll be pulling this color from, say, over here. Maybe I should make the brush a little bit bigger just to see. Let's go to 40, and I can just start putting the color down. And if I want to go a different direction, notice that every time I do the direction from where I go, if I go from the bottom part and go in, I'll be pulling it up to there. And if I go from down here, I'll be pulling that up, and if I go from here, I'll be mixing that in. So you can really start getting the feel of how these colors work. And let's just go even a bit to moist light. And you'll notice that the higher I go, it's going to mix it in a bit better. And it also depends if I'm picking it up or with the pen itself, the actual pen itself, or if I'm mixing it in. Now, another thing that I can do is actually add on colors, but that will be going and taking a new layer. It's just got to wait for it to finish a second. It's taking its time. I can actually go and open up a new layer and sample a color. Let's just say I want to put a little bit more of a color over here. So I can go and sample a color. Let's just say this color over here, and or maybe even this over here, and go to my normal brush. Make sure that it's not, just decide what you feel that you want. Maybe I'll make it even lighter so it won't be so dark. And then I can go and just paint lightly with this area over here. Just add in a little bit of, say, and if I go over, for instance, I went over here, I can always go to my eraser, which is this, the first one, and just be, oops, that went totally different. I just wanted my usual round one. And just go and clean that off so it won't be. And then what I can do is combine these two layers together and carry on painting, so that will be darker, and I can bring the color in from here to go there. So let me just show you how you do that. You click on Shift and click on the second one, so both of these are selected, and you can just do you can go in here and merge layers, or you can do Control E as you wish. So I'm just going to go and merge layers, and then I have that layer here. So once again I can go back to my mixer brush tool and start working on this part over here, and then I can just paint it in and mix it as I wish. And carry on working on that. Now I would like to show you if I wanted to be more realistic, and just say I'm going to take this little pip over here and show you how I work on it. So I'm going to go and reduce the size of my brush to say 12 pixels. The hardness I'll leave at 60, and I'd like it to be, I think on moist, I think that's the easiest one, because it's not so wet and the load is it's only 5%. And then all I need to do is just go here, and I can start off with the darker parts. And notice that I can actually pull that color up and from here and create what I actually want to create. It's a bit blurry, but I can actually change that. And if I want to reduce the size of my brush, I can do that as well. The thing is not to leave the part of the photo, so you're not going to get those pixels, but actually draw over every single pixel and change it into what looks like a painting. So that's becoming, let's just say this is like more tedious, it's like it takes longer to do, and it's getting into the details and leaving the photo to look pretty realistic but as a painting. So it really depends what you want. Okay, so I'm going to go and work on this photo and I will show you my end results. Okay, so I've finished painting most of it. I'm still going to be working on it a bit more to get more detail that I want and to fix up the background a bit. Parts that I'm not happy with, for instance, this part over here and here I feel it's too blurry. I went for a very, very big brush here and it was too blurry, and here it's too detailed. So there are things that I'm going to have to fix up. But I'm very happy in general with what I actually did. So let me just show you the difference between this and the other and the actual photograph. So I'm just going to take this aside and make it much smaller, and take this aside as well and make that much smaller, so you can see the difference between the two. So here I have the photograph and here I have the actual painting, and look how different it looks. I mean, it's it's lovely to do. It's lots of fun. So I hope you enjoyed this lesson. I'll probably be putting up more lessons about painting and how to find the different kinds of brushes that you need. It's an actually endless, there's endless opportunities there. Okay, so I'm just going to finish off with this for now and hope to see you soon. Please comment down below and subscribe if you haven't, and you can always press a little bell, the notification bell, and you'll know when I have a new video coming up. So have a great day, and bye for now. Hope to see you next time.